Okay. Copy that. Go here, do that. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. So if you are just now tuning into the video, just like yesterday, I will put a timestamp below if there's some juicy content that we're going to cover today. So here's the thing. We literally just need one piece of gear to actually get to where we want. We need the Shaco with the GA cooldown reduction. And yesterday, what happened? What had happened is that your boy legitimately farmed Belial for like 5 hours. Uh, and I sold a lot of pieces of the gear. I have the proof to that here. Check it out. So let's see here. So I had this one up yesterday. Remember those boots I found? We sold those ones for 40 billion. And then I also found these two quadruple GA soul brands. This one I sold for only like 15 billion. This one sold for about 5 billion. But it gave me quite a bit of gold, as you can see. And some of that gold went towards buying more Belial materials, and it went towards buying the rune sets to actually create the Shakos. So, yeah. The question here is, how many Shakos did your boy craft? I am at a total now, as of yesterday. I have crafted 15. Well, I found 3. I found 3 Shakos. I have crafted 12. And I have still not gotten a single Harlequin with a GA in cooldown reduction. I had got a triple GA Harlequin that missed on the cooldown reduction, and I've gotten 2 double GAs that have missed on the CDR. So yeah, it's been really, really rough, but it is literally the only piece that I am missing because, as you can see here, one of the viewers, the guy who actually suggested Decrepify, somehow actually found it and then decided to gift it. And now, if we look at this, we have a max rank Inexorable Reapers. That's super awesome. The other thing that we have now that's super nice, as I was doing my hundreds of Belial kills yesterday, is I actually have 2 of them, but I have a GA crit strike chance max aspect Blood Moon Breaches, which is super nice. And I also have these for when I go to play Hanonauts Mage Necro this season. I'd really like to try that build out. I also got these. So these are for my Mage Necro. Now, yeah, it sucks. It's not fun, but it is what it is. That's what we're gonna be doing, guys. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Like, I'm gonna try to find 4 mythics. Now, based on statistics of doing Belial runs for probably about 8,000 times between that last season and this season, you usually get a mythic every 50 kills. I can kill Belial. Usually I am able to go through a rotation once every 90 seconds. So I'm able to get through 3 kills in 90 seconds, right? There are 360 seconds in an hour. So I can do about 120 kills in an hour. We need to do at least 200 to get 4 mythics. So the next hour and a half to 2 hours, unfortunately, is us literally going to be sitting here doing more fucking Belial jail, because that's the only way we can actually get the resplendent sparks to craft the Shaco. Like, I got nothing. And the problem is, it's even more heart crushing. Heart crushing is, check this out. This is a GA, so this is a GA CDR Shaco, right? This is the Jewel. This is the Amulet CDR. This is a Temper. And this is a Temper. Now, one of mine is 9.5, and the other one is 11.2. Look at that. We bypass the max CDR breakpoint by 0.06%. 0.06%. So in order for us to actually have the maximum cooldown reduction on inexorable reapers, this is the only way. You can level a fresh Necro and get Resplendent from the final cache from season theme. They might be faster. No. And the reason being is because they changed that. They weren't happy about people doing that. So the reason why that was faster last season was because what you could do last season was that you could go to the vendor, and what you could do is you could actually trade in the seasonal currency, which this season, the seasonal currency is going to be heraldic files, like, or a heraldic file, however you want to pronounce it, right? And what you do is you can come over here and you can trade it for heraldic knowledge. Heraldic knowledge plays into this board, and this board on the final end will give you the resplendent spark, right? We know this. The problem is that in order to go from this part to this part, you need 130 or 128, 144. I don't know if it's 128 or 144,000. If I remember correctly, it's 128 or 144,000. But the problem is that when you go up to here, this requires 2,000 heraldic files, but it only gives you 200. And after 4 hours of doing Belial, I have 32,000. So if you do the math on this, with the 4 hours of Belial work I have, if I divide this by 2,000 and then multiply it by the 200, which is the max I can gain, I get 3,000 of the 144,000 that I need to go from the final one to the last one. Not even like to go from beginning to end, just to go from this one to this one. You see what I'm saying? Now, the thing was that last season, what they did was they made it so that it was almost reverse. It was like you spent 200 heraldic vials and you got like 2,000 heraldic knowledge. And so what people were doing was they had like this super excess of this seasonal currency, and they would dump it into getting all of that reputation, and that's how they would get their resplendent sparks. They didn't like that players were doing that. They did not like the fact that players were just openly able to just farm mythics like resplendent like candy. They just didn't like that. They like people instigating in their lottery with Belial rather than doing something that's guaranteed power. So yeah, that's kind of rough. Yeah. I don't think it would, because based on the pace at which I'm able to actually clear out this, if I'm able to do 3 kills in 90 seconds, this means that I'm actually able to do 120 kills in an hour, which is an average of 2 mythics per hour. So I don't think that leveling up a character, I don't think I could level up a character and then go through and actually get the spark in 30 minutes. I don't think that's faster. That's my personal opinion. At the same time, I'm also going to be having the chance of legitimately just getting really, really good drops with Hand of Nas or something like Blood Moon Breaches, and I could actually sell those, right? Those are things that I could actually sell on the market and get more gold. And with that gold, I'm going to need it, because that gold is what I'm going to do to buy the runes. Because if you go to the trade site, you can go right here. Let's see here. If you go to trade site, you can go to items, you can go to filter, and you can go to rune sets. And then what you can do is click Harlequin. And as you can see here, this guy right here or this guy right here, they have 600 of each of these runes. And so they're selling a set for 4 billion gold. So what happens here is that after I get my 4 mythics to craft the 4 that I need, then what I can do is I can message this guy and I can spend 16 billion gold and just get all 4 sets of the runes. But how do I get the gold? Well, one of the ways that you get the gold, like I was sharing earlier, was that you can literally get them. This was from a drop, but like here, these were drops I got. right? The 20 billion, the 8 billion. I also sold a pair of Hand of Nas. I sold those for like 30 billion on stream yesterday. So like that's kind of how you can make your gold is by getting those items. So you're kind of knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone if you have a pretty fast rotation on how you're going to do Belial. So I am sorry. I apologize to my viewers. I love you all, but this is what we got to do. We are stuck in Belial jail until we can attain the Harlequin with a CDR shakeout or CDR in the or a greater affix in the CDR. That is just is what we are doing. I tried to get it before stream today. I got 15 of them yesterday, guys. I made 15 fucking Harlequins in one day, man. I grinded so fucking hard and I couldn't get one. I don't know what to tell you. I tried my damnness and it just didn't fucking happen. So here we are suffering together. Hopefully we can get it. And then from there, we have to actually go farm some Obdicite because we have 3 pieces of gear now that we need to triple hit. And it's not going to take too long. It'll probably take like 2 to 3 hours of farming Obdicite to get that. And then once we have that, we will actually have the legit, no shit, 0.875 CDR sever that is going to allow us to just fucking teleport across the map faster than anything you've seen. Like, it'll be awesome. I'm very, very excited. But we just got to put in the work. It is what it is. If I'm going to show off this build, I want to show off this build at its max potential, right? I don't want to show it off at some bullshit level. I want to show it off for like, guys, this is what you can build to. This is something that will give you an adventure and it'll be something fun. So that's what I got to do. So sorry, but it is what it is. All right, so let's just get to work and let's get her done. Yeah. We do what we gotta do to beat a horse. That's the thing, dude. Isn't that funny? Is this like that's the expectation, right? That's the expectation on Otter's channel is that any build that he makes that's a speed build for the open world content, the minimum requirement is that it beats the horse. That's the minimum. That's the standard is that it has to beat the horse.
What is reality?
Also, we did also find out another piece of information as to why it is that there we go. We figured out like why it is that when we mix dots, we are doing more damage than if we just throw out our Ebon Piercer. We've also figured out that Ebon Piercer is not the best amulet for Shadow Blight. Yep, figured that one out. That one was sad. That one sucked, but that's just the way it is. So, yeah, it turns out that the way that dots are functioning, TLDR, is that you know how they always show, like dots always show up, like the conglomeration of the dots show up every half a second. So you're seeing like a big number every half a second. Turns out that that little trick that they did to make it easier for people to see how much damage they're doing actually splits the dots. And because it's splitting the dots in different parts, it means it's actually creating more damage instances than it should be creating. And because every single damage instance is what allows Shadow Blight to actually do Shadow Blight things, turns out that, yeah, if you mix dots, you actually are just able to double, sometimes triple the amount of damage instances that you're able to get within a second. And that's why people are able to hit so much harder by mixing dots rather than stacking one specific type of dot that would be the best. The other thing that that we found is that latency has an issue with it too. Oh, sorry. Latency has an issue with it too. So, if you have really good latency, Shadow Blight just isn't actually that great of a build for you. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that? I was so fucking mad, dude, when I found that out. If you actually have really good latency, if you have really, really good latency, you actually do less damage. Because the way that the game is trying to catch up with the servers is that it splits the dots even further. So if you have bad latency, it doesn't conglomerate the dots, it splits the darts even harder. So that it has to do smaller calculations. It has to do more calculations, but they're smaller calculations. I don't know why it's designed that way. That doesn't make sense from a computer standpoint. It doesn't matter if it's a big calculation or not. Like, number of calculations is definitely more important. But for whatever reason, the way the game's designed, when you have worse latency, your game actually does more calculations and splits the dots even further. And so what happens is like, okay, I'll kind of show up. It's like, it's the weirdest fucking thing. This is the theory that we have, and it's kind of following kind of like what the theory is. But let's say that we have like, if we cast 2 blights, right? We get 2 dots, right? Because we have 1 dot here and we have a second dot here. If we cast 2 corpse explosions, we get 2 dots, right? We get 1 here and 1 here, right? Now, if we cast a blight plus a corpse explosion, the way that those interact and how they're actually like trying to combine their numbers is they actually split the dots so that this 1 dot that happens actually counts as 2 damage instances. And then we have the second one. And so the total amount of dot instances you get is actually 4 by combining 2 skills on top of each other. And if you were to combine another dot, it would probably go higher. So that's the theory I have. I'm thinking, what if we use Lidless Wall with Aspect of Ultimate Shadow? If we use Lidless Wall with Aspect of Ultimate Shadow, and Lidless Wall gives us the 80% crit hit damage multiplier, I'm wondering if by splitting the dots again by a 3rd dot, and actually just causing like severe fucking dot splitting on top of high latency, will actually cause the dots to actually maybe get to a point where we bypass a trillion. So basically, we're using the way that the game is coded and designed against itself. Ain't that some shit? What runes do I use for Druid Shield? I think Igni. I think I'm using Igni. Let's see here. Seer Thol and Igni Q. Yeah, Igni. Build a rotation step 1, download 1 terabyte of porn. Unfortunately, it's based on servers. So like, yeah, exactly. You're actually exactly right. It's like, it's not that the download has to be complete. It's that you are in progress. You need to be in progress of downloading 1 terabyte of porn. Not that you actually accomplished it. You need to be in transit of actually downloading the porn. Yeah. Man, there is nothing more boring than sitting here and farming Belial, dude, for hours. I can't. Dude, it is the most soul-sucking adventure. It's like, can I please just play the game? And honestly, dude, people who played Diablo 2 are sitting here like, what do you mean? This is the game. People who say that Diablo 2 was a great game, man, I can't. I just can't. Like, this is what they did. They sat here in front of Bale, Diablo, and Pindleskin or whatever his fucking name was for hours, dude. This is what they did. They pulled the fucking jack on the lottery. Like, they sat there and they pulled the lever on the fucking lottery slot machine for hours, dude. Ugh. I'm like, eventually I get to play the game, right? It's rough, man. Ooh, I got Neon. Nice. You know you can buy, I know you can buy them, but I don't know what's considered valuable, so I don't know how to generate gold first. Oh, runes. Runes. Runes are valuable. That's how you do it. So this is how you do it, friend. Check it out. Yeah, runes. Check it out. All right. Here's the thing. I'm going to show you this, and you're going to be real upset, but that's just what you got to do. All right, so you see you got your list of runes, right? I'm going to go ahead and link this. This is a cheat sheet. Now, this cheat sheet that I'm linking you was from a video that I made last season. Now, the actual cost of them are about right. It's almost about right now. They've standardized out. So it should be about right. This is what I made last season, and they basically, like, now they're at the same point they are this season. But you can see that the demand for the runes is still basically the same, right? So let's go ahead and pull this over for the others that have not seen this before. This is like my little mythic rune sheet. And what you can see here is the reason that these runes are valuable is because there's a sink, right? Meaning that when you find them and you use them, they're consumed, right? They disappear, and there's no dupe to runes, right? You have to find them. So there's value to them, right? And so you can see that, like, Harlequin, Ring of Starless Skies, and Shroud of False Death all have a pretty high demand, and especially these ones. But really what you're looking for is these, the legendaries, right? The Eoms, the Ohms, and the Box, right? And so then what you can do is you can go to Diablo.trade, and you can be like, all right, look, I have, let's say, 6 Eoms, right? I have 6 Eoms. So you go here, and you click Eom. And you can see that the standard price for the selling, you want to go up here for sellers, this is for selling, is 500. Like 500 to 450 is the standard price. And the thing is like, look, you are not going to beat this cat. See how this cat has 500 Eoms in his inventory? There are people who do this trading where they actually just buy all of the runes, and they are now the owners of the runes, and they set the prices. And they're setting it at 500. You want your rune to instantly sell it for 400. I know you're going to make less money than what the market value is, but you're never going to get messaged because people who are going to buy them at 500 aren't going to buy it from someone who's only selling one of them or 2 of them. They're not going to go out of their way to buy the same price when they could just contact this cat and just get the full amount of Eoms they need, right? So you need to make it to where your Eoms are just worth more than the other person's. And if the standard price is 500, then just sell it for 400. Okay, so what happens when you sell 2 Eoms for 400? You get 800 million gold, right? Okay, from there, what you do is now you can go to boss materials and you can go to the Betrayer's Husk. And you can see the standard price of these husks, right? I mean, this is a great price, by the way. So this is Harlequin. Here we go. The standard price right now for the husk is going to be roughly 10 million, it looks like. So what that means is that you can buy now for 800, I think. No, so 10 million, it would be a billion. So it's about a billion is how much it costs for a full stack. Okay. And you have 800. So you can buy 80 of these Betrayer's Husk now. And then with those 80 Betrayer's Husk, you're able to find 40 runes. If you are able to find 2 legendary runes and resell them for lower than market value, then you can just do this again. And if by happenstance you ever do actually get an item that can sell, something that can sell for 5 billion or 6 billion, which you will get over 80 to 100 runs, you just sell that for 5 or 6 billion. You sell each of your runes and you get like another 1 or 2 billion. And then boom, now you have all the gold. And now you can just straight up buy the Betrayer's Husk and you're good to go. This is how you can keep yourself going and have like infinite amounts of like Belial runs without having to actually engage in RMT. These people unfortunately got their materials from duping, but trust me, you do not want to honestly gain Belial's Husk. I've made an entire video about that and why that is like is so is so egregiously bad, bro. You do not want to do that. It takes 29 hours to get the boss materials to get enough Belial's Husk where you can get one mythic. Do you guys really want to do 29 hours of work so that you can kill Belial enough times to get one mythic? I know I fucking don't. So, you know what? If this is the way that saves me so that I only need to like farm for 30 minutes to an hour to get one mythic, I'll do it because I'm already sitting here. Like, it's, you have a chance for a mythic, and there's 9 mythics, and one of them that you want, and the one mythic that you get, you're hoping that you get the greater affix and the fucking stat that you want. Do you really, really want to play this game where you're only going to get one of those mythics every 29 hours? Because I sure fucking don't. So, you know, take it how you will, but yeah. So in a sense, they're cheating with material keeps the game going. Absolutely. Yes, very much so. The reason the season survives is because of that. Which then creates the conspiracy theory as to whether or not they're actually balancing this game out based on dupes existing. Right? That creates the argument of like, oh, well then wouldn't that just mean that they're actually just balancing the game around RMT and duping? Well, I'll leave that to you guys to decide. I don't have an opinion there. I'm not gonna touch that with a 20-foot pole. But you know, food for thought. It's gonna be a long day, man. Honest to God, I actually wish I was running mages for this. I feel like mages would be able to do this so much faster. The thing about this build is that like you're seeing it ramp up to like, oh, it does 15, 16 billion and that like instantly kills Belial. The problem is that this build can actually ramp up and do like 200 to 300 billion. And so it's just like this ramp speed is actually killing how fast I can do these freaking runs. And if I add minions, I have a feeling I would just like instantly kill Belial and it would just actually save me like 4 to 5 seconds on every single Belial kill. But alas, I am not. Oh, we got triple GA gloves. We got triple GA gloves. So unfortunately, I only have a 25% chance it's going to hit the stats that I want. But it would be very, very nice to have a pair of hand and gnaws that are plus 90, 95% that hit the GA and all the stats that I want. That would be fantastic. Because one of those rolls is kind of dead, which is the life roll. The life roll's okay. It's a nice roll because usually gloves don't roll. Oh, 78%. Oh, man. I thought that said 98%. Oh. Close but no cigar. Oh, well. It's okay.
What will it be?
Rolling down in the deep. I have to find 4 mythics, man. Ugh. Have you put a planner up for the Sever Speed version? It's so sexy, thank you. No, I have not. I just sold 2 legendary Ohm for 1 billion. I appreciate your guidance. Ba-bam, baby. Told you. And then with that billion, you can now buy a full stack of Belial mats. Shazam. No, I do not have a planner out for it. And to be honest, even if I had the planner done, I wouldn't share it. Not yet. Right, when it comes to a build like Shadow Blight or something, if I had a planner for Shadow Blight, I would instantly share it because many people are playing it. Everyone knows about it. Everyone's tracking on it. This build, very few people are tracking on it, and it's so different and so out of the box thinking that it has a very good chance to actually become decently popular. And I really don't need to deal with any possible drama of plagiarism, like dealing with plagiarism, if you know what I'm saying. So like you can see it in action. It will be out. Like if I'm able to complete it today, the video guide will be out by either tomorrow or the next day, and like you'll be fine. But like I you know, unfortunately the truth is, guys, I don't do content creation for free, right? Like my time isn't free. I'm doing things to make a little bit of money to help with things, right? And like when you create something like this that's very new, outside the box, it's not something that other people are doing, and it's an opportunity for yourself to make a little bit of extra money, I really don't want to deal with the bullshit of someone coming in and doing that little lurker shadow shit and fucking plagiarizing it, because it has been an issue that some content creators have dealt with before, and I really just don't want to deal with it. I know it's the evil side and it makes me sound like a pretentious asshole, but I'm just being honest. All right? I don't want to bullshit you guys. I just want to be honest about why I do things. Because that will, you know, to be fair, to be honest, a Necro doing a tier 55 pit in less than 1 minute has been a pipe dream. That is a dream of which we have never been able to have. Necro is the slowest class in the game, right? It does not have the movement speed nor the damage profiles of other classes. It is the slow... you know what the Necromancer is? The Necromancer is Mordekaiser from League of Legends, right? It's this slow-moving juggernaut. That's the concept of the Necro. So, to have the possibility of Mordekaiser actually having the mobility of something like a Kali is just like, what? That's why it's pretty cool. Is the Belial Husk dupe fun? No. Fucking no. Fuck no. Right? Look. And everything that we enjoy in life, there are aspects of it that really suck, right? We can... okay, if you really enjoy going to the gym, you could have your favorite day, right? Like chest day or something could be your favorite day. And then you have leg day, right? Leg day just fucking sucks. It just fucking sucks, right? But you do it because that's the best way to keep yourself healthy. And with anything in life, it could be that way. Like, you could love your job, but there are just some aspects of it that just fucking suck. And in Diablo 4, a lot of the game is fun. One of the aspects that isn't fucking fun is sitting in Belial jail. But it's something you have to do so that you can actually get the build online and show off how fucking awesome it is. It just sucks. It's not fun at all. Oh my god, no. I hate Belial jail, dude. This is not fun at all. In the slightest. But we do what we do so that we can create the entertainment later. Feels bad that there's no mythic yet. How many runs have we done so far? Oh, okay. Every stack we usually average a mythic. Average sometimes, right? Sometimes you can have a stack that drops 3. Sometimes you can go through 2 stacks that don't drop any. That's the nature of the beast, but we do what we can. You still don't have Ancestral Blood Moons? No, I do. I do. The thing is that Ancestral Blood Moons sell, dude. That's the reason why I look at them. Ancestral Blood Moons will sell. Like this, right? If that double GA, if that was GA Hellbent Commander, GA Critical Strike Chance, and had that 50% roll, you know how much that sells for? A lot. I'd keep them because I want it for my mage build, but those sell, bro. Anything that has GA Critical Strike Chance and has over like 48, 49% on the affix roll is going to sell for a lot of gold. Yeah, exactly. That's why we look at things. Because those items can sell. And when you know, one of my friends got really lucky early in the season. He found a staff for the Petrify Druid. I don't know what it's called, but the Druid has this build where, like, it's not Petrify. I can't remember what it was. It's like Pulverize or something. It creates, like, puddles and shit. It's the new staff. I can't remember what it's called. But he got a 4 GA of that one. He sold it for gold cap on, like, day 1. Like, day 2. Like, literally just got one. Sold it for gold cap and then bought a shitload of husk and then fed me 2 stacks worth. So I got 2 stacks at the beginning of the season for free. It was super sick. Oh, it's Preem. Preem was the dude. Preem, what was the staff that you sold right in the beginning? You sold something for gold cap, like right in the beginning of the season, right? There's like some staff or something that you got quad GA. Rotted Lightbringer. There it is. That's the guy. Yeah. So that's the guy. That's the guy, right? Preem was the homie that hooked me up. And he bought like a bunch of fucking Belial husk mats. And then he had a friend that was playing a Hydra Sork. And the Hydra Sork just like at baseline just does so much fucking damage. So he just had his friend carry us through fucking Belials. It's hilarious, dude. When I have equipped. Yes, no, I have them. I have a pair. It's just for this, I don't know. It should be. It should be. I do have a pair. I think what happened was that when I go to my armory, I think that I have 2 different pairs. I think that's what happened. Oh, there you go. Boom. That'll sell. Lord Draconis, welcome to the chat, dude. First time. Welcome. All right, so there we go. So I have 3 of them now. I got GA, all 50s. And each of these sell for like 10 billion. Now, the thing is that I actually do have... Here's the pair, right? Here's the pair I was using, right? Here's the GA Critical Strike Chance 47% that I masterworked. And you can see that, like, they have my my speed build stuff in them. But I think what happened was I didn't have those when I was playing Shadow Blight. And because I didn't have those, when I saved it in the armory, it saves my old Blood Moon breaches. But I do have this pair, and I do have these as well. And then I have these for my my mage build. I'm trying to get a double GA for Hellbent Commander and Critical Strike chance that has above 45%. That would be dope. But they're hard to find, man. I mean, this season, I think I've ran Belial over 1,300 times. I think I've done Belial like 12 to 1,300 times, I think. It's somewhere around where I've been. And I still haven't found those, so they're not exactly an easy find. What are we at so far? Okay, we still haven't ran a full 50. Still have not ran a full 50 runs. Yeah, well, if you mix the, I'm telling you, dude, if you mix the corpse explosions with the shadow blight, it does so much more damage for whatever reason, dude. That's our theory, is that it's splitting the dots on the server tick rates. It's splitting the dots into two different things when you start combining dots. And I'm pretty sure I could actually push this build further by using Lidless Wall. That's something I kind of want to try. That's like a theory I'm having, is to use Lidless Wall to split the dots even further. And maybe that'll actually cause Blighted to stack even harder. But I don't know.
Good salvage that.
No. Okay. Start Abyssal. Scent to Death, Amplify, sounds good. Flesh Eater, Gravekeeper, sounds good. Blood Begets Blood Essence, yes. Frailty, Sacrificial, that sounds good. Yeah, that all sounds right. That sounds right to me. Oh. We're literally here for one reason, and we haven't found one, dude. Watch as we get a helm that drops, and it'll be a 4 GA mythic helm, and it'll be in Darial's. Because having nice things would make too much sense. If the game wants to reward me for my troubles and give me a quad G Harlequin, then all will be forgiven. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. The other thing I want to try is Ring of Starless Skies, dude. I have a feeling that when I get the Harlequin, my cooldown reduction on my ultimate will be low enough to where I actually get to just run Ring of Starless Skies. which will be great. Kind of rough keeping up Soul Rift in the open world. Correct, it is. It is very hard because you don't have the opportunity to use Decrepify to be the thing that's going to proc the lucky hit chance to reduce your Soul Rift cooldown, right? So you have to do it old school. And the way that you do that is cooldown reduction. That cooldown reduction jewel is really, really nice in open world because you don't need it. Like, when things get harder, right, and things are surviving, you don't need that jewel because Decrepify will just do all the work for you, right? So you don't need it. But when you do easier content, you also don't need jewels that will give you extra damage because it's open world content. You one-shot everything. So the utility of being able to upkeep these spells and move faster is actually better for us than being able to do more damage, right? So that cooldown reduction jewel means a lot. It does a lot of work. And as you can see, the reason that I run it is like, you know, right here I have 5 seconds left on the cooldown. I can pay this, I can go, I can start it, and bam. Right, my Soul Rift is up for the next fight. I'm ready to go. And the thing is that by activating this, it starts my catalytic skill. And by starting my catalytic skill, it's the thing that gives me a barrier, right? Because I have this, Bottled Wind. So that gives me a barrier for 50% of my HP. And then because I have Igni, whenever I cast a spell, it just consumes everything and gives me Earthen Bulwark, which gives me another barrier. So I have 100% of my HP as a barrier immediately. And that barrier is what allows me to take the first hit from Belial so that I don't have to sit here and dodge any of his attacks. I can just go straight into dealing DPS to him. I instantly give myself full barrier when I do that. Alright, that's 50. 50 kills, no mythic. Feels bad, brother. What can you do? So let's go ahead and watch here, right? You see my barrier? He's gonna appear. We look right here, my Fortify is full. I cast one spell, I'm fully barriered. And that's how I get away with it. For Belial, no. I think the other two I'm using are the elemental damage and the core stat. I don't need the attack speed, and I don't need the crit because I'm attack speed capped and I'm crit capped. But if I did not have attack speed and I did not have crit cap, that's probably the ones I would go for. Man. We might actually get to a point where we do 100 kills and we do not get a single mythic. I've had it happen. I've experienced it. I think the worst one I ever had was on Belial. I had to do 242 kills. That's the worst I ever had it.
takes.
Oof. In case you guys are curious how many times I have done Belial this season, check it out. Look at my Veil Crystals and how many Rawhides I have. I've done Belial a few times. It's not something I'm proud of. Was that the mythic tribute that dropped? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh. Oh, it's United too. Hey, it's United. Who wants free mythics? That's a United. Yo, I got a United too. You want to tag team, dude? You want to touch butts? Is there anybody else that we know that has the United tributes? I'd love to be able to get 4 of those, dude. Everyone just put in 1. Because they can drop like 2 or 3, dude. You can get like 2 or 3 from every run. Are there any? Do you know, Preem, if there's anybody like? Is there anyone in Sanctuary Discord or anything that has like another? If we could get a run together of doing just 4 runs, you could get like 5 to 8 mythics doing that. Do we know any peoples? Does anybody in the chat have one?
The only truth is one.
You can get so many mythics from those, dude. Like if you run a full team of that, like it's like 5 to 8 mythics in like 10 minutes. In like 10 minutes you get like 5 to 8 mythics, dude. It's so stupid. Can I pretend I have one? No, unfortunately. Okay, so this is unfortunately just one of those items that like you don't use that just. That's one of those items that you don't just use willy-nilly for free. That's one of those items where you definitely split. You definitely do a split run on that. You get the most bang out of your buck for that. It's too rare. Oh yeah, no, they can sell. They sell runs. The problem is that like, okay, Yes, you could actually. I mean, I wonder how much that would cost. The problem is that you don't want to buy the runs necessarily. You can. That's I guess the only guaranteed way that you can get a mythic. But that tribute is so rare to get that like it's not a sustainable business. It's too rare. I wonder if I could put a group together for that.
Even the ground beneath your feet.
Let's find out. Sanctuary. Softboard looking for group. I'll find 2 more gamers and we can rent it later though. I don't have time right now. Well, I need to get this going like ASAP because I want to get this build together, so I'm gonna see if I can find anyone. Looks like we've had like the same people messaging. It's all like Ascendance instead of... That's a Radiant, right? Oh, this is Ascendance. This is Ascendancy. Oh, shit. This is Radiance. This is Ascendancy. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's rough, man. We'll see if anybody messages. Because people have been posting in the Undercity chat like once every 15 minutes, so I highly doubt anyone's going to actually respond. And then I need to check this real quick. Let's see here. What did you say? I'm typing this someone. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it really seems like nobody really has them. So I'll keep it saved, but... In the meantime, this is what we're doing. What am I doing? Being gonna finish it, that's what I'm doing. Hey, we got one.
Sets you on. This realm
Damn. Oops, wrong button. It's kind of wild. If only this thing did not have an internal cooldown, man. So sad. I remember when X-Falls was had a great future with the Pentadot build back in season 2. A very fun item. And they just decided to gut it.
even the ground beneath your feet. I will drain this world in darkness.
Let's see if there's anybody online. See if I can find 2 more gamers. Yep. I'm telling you, dude, the game knows. It knows that this is what I want.
Reality is such a
But this can happen sometimes, guys. I mean, like, the thing is that, like, it's not a guarantee, right? It's a 2% chance drop on every single run. And statistics is funky because we try to find a pattern. We try to find something that makes sense. The thing is that statistics just doesn't make sense. It will never make sense. So sometimes you can get it to where, like, you get 3 mythics in a row. And sometimes it's you don't get a mythic for 400 runs. It just happens that way, man. But this is the only thing you can do. You know, there's no way around it. Other than the Ascendancy tributes, but I'm already trying to, you know, get that one going. Alright, there's one. Cream, you available, dude? I got two. I think that's Spirit Rolling. All right, there's one Spark. I mean, like, that's one Shaco I can make. Oh, I'm just too fast. I'm just too fast. Alright, well, I need one more person. One more person, and we can do these runs.
Come back if you need to.
Reality is such a
Seems like this guy was doing the same thing we were doing. Trying to hunt for mythics. What's that guy's class? It's the Spiritborn. Am I stupid? Am I dumb? I thought he like added me. There we go. Probably. God dang it. Trying to handle too many things at once right now. I got him. I don't know where this other dude is. Oh, that's why he can't join, because he doesn't have my my shit unlocked. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna try to put the group together here. Oh jeez. And not a single one of them was GA curse or GA crit. Oof. Hi fam, can the Shadowlight build carry a party of 4 and T4 bosses? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a 4GA 98% Hand of Nas any good? Homie, that can sell for like 90 billion. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. Where's the armory here? There it is.
True power is a terrible thing.
Here we go. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with the Sork. Sork's gonna fucking do a bug and just fucking go a million miles an hour. Wow. I'm actually moving faster than everybody else. That's crazy. Seems like a lot of people aren't actually using that bug Hydra build. Not a lot of people. So this is how it'll feel because we have the cooldown reduction. This is how it's going to feel when I actually, like... Okay, because now it's at 1.5 seconds, but when we have the cooldown reduction, you're going to see it's pretty wild. Why am I faster than a Sork? Didn't get one. Oh well. Opposite of streamer client, yeah. Can't appear that way. It's not a specific pit level. It's the speed at which you can do a pit level. You want to keep it under a minute. Anything you can do under a minute, dude, you're good. That's what you want. And if you physically cannot do a minute because you just don't have the speed, then it's literally like the only thing that is holding you back is speed. If you're able to one-shot everything and the only thing that's holding you back is speed, like the actual movement of your character, then that's when that's where you want to be. It's a pretty easy concept, I guess. Yeah, that's the answer. Hope that helps. Gotta check around for the goblins. Sweet. If I can get two more. The only thing that's scummy about this is that when you do this in pubs, it's never guaranteed that the type of tribute that the person is using is the one that you want, because they didn't put in to say like, oh, you're starting this specific run. So what can happen is people can be like, oh yeah, I have a United, but I'm not actually putting any United. Oh, you just didn't get a mythic. Fuck, that sucks. Oh no, right? And they can just completely cheat out of it. That's really scummy, but there's nothing you can do to prevent it, man. Like, people will do what they do, you know, and I have a feeling one of these guys did that, but it is what it is. As long as I get multiple chances at a mythic, like the one I used gave me a guaranteed mythic, right? Like, boom. Free mythic for me. Works for me, dude. Come on. Damn, that vortex size is wild. One mythic? That's always this guy. All right, well, I found two. All right, we need to find one more. Okay.
Father bless. What do you need? You can take what's left.
Okay.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
I need 5. 5 resplendent sparks. 5 will get me 4 harlequins. So you know what time it is? That's right, Jimmy. It's time to go back to Belial. We're 69 because nice. Stupid. Oh god. All right. All right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then we just need to find one more mythic, guys. We just need one more mythic, and then I'm gonna craft 4 harlequins. And if I do not get a CDR Shaco harlequin, I am going to scream. That'll be 19, and I don't know what else to do but go back to farming Belial again. Like, it's the only thing I can do. There's just nothing else to it. But I really hope that, you know, I get it on this next cycle of creating 4. Because, good lord, I have not gotten 1. All right, baby. Okay. All right. I think everything's right. You don't have bladed on weapon. Is sacrificial better? Yes and no. Bladed on the weapon is better for later stages of the damage. So like when the blighted is actually stacking up, the blighted on the weapon is better. But when we're talking about like frontal base damage and like T4 open world content and stuff like that, sacrificial is better. Oh well, that was easy. That didn't take very long, did it, boys? All right, guys. Now I just need to go buy the rune sets, and then we can see if we get a GACDR Shaco.
Come back if you need work.
All right, there we go. We got our 5. That's going to be that. Okay. Go here, because that's probably where it's going to be, where the trade site is. All right, we'll do... delete you, delete you. Go to you. Come here. Come here, bugger. You can do it. Okay, there we go. Reset the filter, rune sets, Harlequin. By times 4, 16B. If this doesn't hit, I might actually just turn the stream off today. Like, I don't know how to feel about it, man. It's gonna be real bad. Yeah, I hope so too, man. Here we go, guys. Loctons. Yep, that's it.
We could use the respite, I suppose.
And he's fast. When will the updated Shadow Blight Planner vid be out? Love what you've done so far and can't wait to try out this new build. I have no idea. I'm gonna make the speed build first. Alright, guys. Alright. We're gonna craft 2, see what happens. Good luck. Here we go. Damn.
What will it be?
Alright. Create 2 more. This one. Here we go. Fuck, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? That's 18.
Do you need?
Please. I'm gonna quit. I can't. I don't know what to do, man. That's 19. What is that? 19 Harlequins now? Dude, there's gotta be some fucking bullshit to my account, man. 19 Harlequins and I still don't hit the fucking cooldown reduction? What the fuck am I supposed to do, man? Fuck. You know they're just laughing their ass off right now. You know the dudes that are that made this fucking game are just sitting in their fucking studio laughing their asses off at me. Like, what a fucking loser. Unbelievable, man.
Many fine pieces. Come back and see us.
God damn it. I'm actually like too upset to formulate words, dude. I've never had like every single season since season 4. It's only taken me like maybe 3 or 4 Harlequins to get a GA CDR. I have never had a season where it takes me 19, and it's man, 19 Harlequins, dude. Fucking unbelievable. It's so fucking unbelievable. The amount of work I've had to put in, dude, and the amount of gold I've dumped. It's 4 billion for every Shaco, dude. That's like I'm almost at 80 billion gold I've spent to create these fucking Harlequins, dude. And it's not 80, it was more like 55, 60 because I found 3 of them naturally. But yeah. Of the 19 Harlequins I have rolled, 3 of them I've gotten naturally, 16 of them I've crafted. I just don't know what to do at this point, man. Well, I think we all know what I need to do, but unfortunately, I'm actually so mentally tilted, I need to take a break. I need to breathe. I need to go take an hour or 2 to myself and, like, breathe. I'm actually too upset to continue. Alright. I'm gonna head and end it. I need to go breathe and get some lunch, and I'll be back on maybe an hour or 2 and get back to Belial farming, dude. It's the only thing we can do. It's the only thing we can do. But I can't go forward with a good conscience and not like lash out and start bitching about this game, and I want this to be a positive stream. So is what it is. I'll start the stream up back later, guys. Take it easy.